This is the best of Chicago. We're in Schaumburg. That's 40 minutes outside of Chicago. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to Chicago, and everybody talks about Chicago pizza. And I know a lot of people have tasted pizza in Chicago, but I can't stand when people talk about how they know where the best pizza is. Let's not be too crazy about pizza in general. It's dough, it's pizza sauce, and it's cheese. That's Blake Rice, our producer. Hold on. Hi, Blake.
What's up, brother? How you doing?
I'm a man. You're on camera right now. We're gonna come get you, and we're gonna go taste pizza. We're gonna go taste pizza in Chicago. Here we go. Here we go, babe. I can tell. As far as the pizza is concerned, I mean, it's a very good plain pizza, right? This is the problem with tasting pizza. I was all ready to diss it. I can't talk shit. I wanted good content. I was going to go bad.
Yeah, me too.
And
I was ready to talk.
This is just a little
This
too
is
good
good.
to go bad on.
You gotta try this one.
We use that.
I was like, chew.
This is best of Chicago. Got a fun weekend ahead of us. I'm very impressed so far. What's up, Schaumburg? Huh? Schaumburg! What a town. Woo! Target's right there, man. God, the streets are wide. It's like amazing. Schaumburg. I got here, I was like, what's there to do here? And the guy was like, to Chicago.
For the winner, by unanimous decision, Belal, remember the name, Muhammad.
Switches to the other side. That is beautiful. Muhammad with his first career win by submission. Beautiful job. What a fight. I think it's a pick for a fight of the night from a lot of fans and those athletes. I just want to fight, dude.
All right, so this is best of. I'm with Belal Muhammad. I think the high. First of all, you're crushing. It's very exciting, okay? And you're fighting everybody. It's not like you're fighting just regular guys. You're fighting legends. You're fighting everybody they throw at you. And your last fight, that Brady looked like a monster. He looked like he was chiseled out of stone. And somehow you're doing something right. You're not a big 170 pounder. Let's get that on the table. People probably tell you should fight at 55. But you're also Palestinian, which is kind of cool too. So there's a lot on your plate, dude, but you seem to handle it very well. You're an example. You're a hero. Come on, man.
I appreciate that. That was a great intro. I need Bruce Buffer to learn a little bit.
Belal, remember my name.
But yeah, I think that's the biggest thing with me is where I get underestimated so much, and even from like fans and stuff, where they don't put me in that upper echelon of guys because I'm just a normal guy that works hard. Like I don't have the huge build or the crazy attributes or that one punch knockout power. I'm just a guy that's gonna push harder than anybody else, and I have more heart than anybody else. And like you said, it's like
you're also accurate.
And very accurate.
You're also good at putting
Yeah.
your fist on a guy's chin. Let's not be. I love when people say I grind hard. Yeah, you're
No.
also somehow you're able to go. Oh, I see an opening. Bop bop.
Yeah, and I think it's more so just there's like a sense of calmness in me in there where it's not like even when I rock Brady, I'm not just throwing a bunch of wild punches. I'm still picking my shots.
Yeah.
And I think that IQ-wise, I have one of the highest IQs in the division, and I think that
I would
IQ
agree
is the most
100%.
important thing in the fight game. Where the difference, like you said, everybody works hard, everybody knows how to punch, everybody knows how to kick, but it's like guys who know how to put it all together at the right time, at the right moment, figuring out guys. I think I'm the best at it.
I couldn't agree more. So there's a chance we might, if your mom says yes, have a Palestinian breakfast at your house.
Yeah, authentic Palestinian breakfast, but we got to burn some calories first. So we're
right,
at
bro.
Swallow Cliff.
I'm ready, bro.
One of the landmarks of Chicago. If you're from Chicago, you know what Swallow Cliff is.
Yeah. Because he
Everybody used to
said
run.
yesterday, he goes, dude, you want to run stairs? I was like, yeah. Haven't done it.
I was like, you said it so easy. I was like, oh, all right. Yeah, I guess he doesn't know what stairs are.
I don't,
So
yeah,
I'm like-
well, I was a wrestler, so in high school,
Oh, okay.
back in 1963, I ran stairs. So now I'll try to keep up with Belal Muhammad. This should be really interesting.
Should be fun. You train though?
Yeah, I train, dude. Look at my hands.
Okay, Kevin, he got
Look at-
hands.
look at the
He's
hands,
like,
man.
should we bring the boxing gloves? You think you want to box?
Do you have boxing gloves? I'll do some drills. I'll have Belal teach me how to do it. You know, keep my
Your form is really good.
my feet. Yeah. This is for Shab, so he can be mad at me. Yeah. All right, kids, check it out. Sorry to interrupt, but we gotta talk about our sponsor here, ShipStation. ShipStation is a company I have used and do use for my businesses, and here's why. First of all, let's start with this. This is a company where 90% of businesses that use ShipStation stay with ShipStation. So what's that tell you? They're doing something right? Here's why. You basically, they set you up for growth by directly integrating with every shopping cart and storefront. So your products are easier to find, easier to manage, easier to get into the hands of happy customers, okay? And it's basically, whether you're starting small, scaling up, ShipStation makes ship happen. See how I did that? Huh? Yeah, exactly. You don't have to limit your business to one store. ShipStation integrates with every platform, including Amazon, Etsy, eBay, Shopify. Makes it easier to manage all your shipping from one simple dashboard. Okay? Maximize your sales with minimal effort. Save time with consolidated order management and automated shipping updates for your customers. All right? You can easily compare carriers, rates, delivery times to get the most out of every send. Get the same discounted shipping rates as Fortune 500 companies, whether you're sending a stack or a truck full. So, join over 130,000, that's right, 130,000 companies who have grown their e-commerce businesses with ShipStation. I'm one of their customers. And did I say 90% of companies? How about this, ready? It's actually 98. 98% of companies that use ShipStation for 1 year become customers for life. So you want to compete with that? That's 98%. That's ridiculous. All right. Go to ShipStation.com/bestof. Sign up for free for a 60-day trial. Start today. Get set up before the biggest ships season of the year. We got Christmas. You know what I mean? This is the time to do it. So you get 2 months free. 2 months free. Visit ShipStation.com/bestof. It is the best company if you are looking to get into e-commerce or upscale or upgrade. Proof is in the pudding. 98% of all companies stay with them after a year. What? Now back to the program. Who's 30? Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on. See, he's like a symbol. He's a symbol. For people who are Arabic, people who are Muslim, it's a lot of pressure. And that's what's amazing. So,
He's grateful for it.
yeah, it's just, I think about, I was thinking about you because being a fighter is so much. Being an MMA is so much. It takes so much work. You can never have enough time in the day to get good at everything. And then on top of that, you, whether you like it or not, are an example, a symbol, an inspiration, a hero, all those things that come with it, And I don't think you choose that in life. It was just thrust on you. It's like, here you go, bro.
Yeah.
Here's more on your plate,
But like you said, I feel like God put you in these places for a reason.
Yeah.
And you got to take advantage of these situations. Like, that's what makes me want to go harder. That makes me want to push harder. And, when you look at a guy like Habib, and like the example that he leads and how he brought Islam into the sport when it wasn't. Like, the UFC never said
You did it by
anything
example,
about,
too.
yeah. And you want to be like, so it is possible to follow those footsteps and be like that too, where guys are like, oh, that's so much pressure. Like, bro, seeing the stuff that he goes through, millions and millions of people on it, it's like, I'm still right here. I'm still at the bottom. So it's like, I'm working my way up. And then having guys like him that now I can talk to or ask questions to, it just makes everything a lot more easier.
Yeah, man. Isn't that incredible what he was able to do?
It's from a literally small place like that in that extent. Now you got two champions that grew up together, trained together their whole lives.
It's amazing.
What are the odds?
And did it the right way. Did it the old-fashioned way. No hype,
Yeah.
no publicist, no agent, just grinding.
Didn't have to fake
In
it,
that
didn't have to
gym.
come out of character.
Yeah.
Still, after every fight, listen to your parents, and it's like, that guy's a superstar. When you're looking at a guy like McGregor or like these other guys
No
that are
drinking,
getting
no
popular.
whiskey, just like,
Yeah, that was the beautiful thing about it, though.
that's what I love about it. That there's a purity to Khabib,
Yeah, it never changed for anybody. Like,
Yeah.
even still to this day, you're looking at him like, how could he just be still so humble, so nice? And even after I'm like, bro, whatever I owe you anything, please let me know. Brother, nothing. I just wanted to win. And I was like,
See, like you have an example now of how to navigate this chaos, how to navigate the celebrity, how to navigate all the responsibility people put on you, just
Yeah.
being Palestinian.
yeah,
I don't even know what that means. I'm sure it's not something you think about, but it is something you think about because you have to. But I was saying before, it's like it's already so hard to be as good as you are in the UFC. It's so hard to win that many. It's so hard to train all the time, to manage your weight, to manage like your mindset when you go in there to fight a monster like Brady, Wonder Boy, and all these other guys.
yeah.
And then on top of that, and that's, I'm glad you have someone like Khabib who can help you with that.
Yeah, like literally, it's a blessing to be connected with him.
Yeah. All right, Spider-Man, because with great responsibility comes with great power comes great responsibility.
Nice.
Let's do some, should we do some
Check them
minutes?
hands out.
I like to train with a view, and I wanted to hit mitts, and I was like, who can I get? Oh, I think I'll call Belal Muhammad, because he, he's not doing anything in the UFC right now. He's back from Abu Dhabi, and I was like, let me get my Palestinian brother to hold mitts. Maybe I'll hold mitts. I don't think I'm worthy, but just be ready to be awed.
Uppercut. Hook uppercut. Hook uppercut. Jab cross. Hook cross. Jab cross, jab. Cross. Uppercut. Hook cross.
Oh, sorry.
Movement. Cross. Double jab. Jab, jab. Jab, jab. Add a cross. Nice. Perfect. Okay, you got some. Come on. Where you at, Jake Paul? Uppercut. Hook cross. Jab cross. Double jab. Moving. Jab. Moving. Cross. Uppercut. Hook cross. Double jab. Add a cross. Good. You got it. One more. Moving. Moving. Uppercut. Hook cross. Fourth shake. Again. One more. One more. Come on, don't drop your hands. One more, don't drop your hands. Come on. Give me one with no drop your hands. Four. Perfect. Woo. Hey, you got hands.
So I just hit mitts with Belal. what you'll get from fighters is they tell you have good hands, good technique, which is their way of saying, you know, you're good for a guy who doesn't fight. It's very sweet of him. And
Now we're about to test his fighting though. This
Yeah.
is my main training partner, Kevin Novacek.
I'm the real bully here.
Been here for 12 years.
I'm the real bully now.
yeah, and he's a good 210 pounds. He can't hear anything. 12.5. Oh, I'm sorry.
All right.
Sorry, he can't hear anything because of his ears. So I wonder if he's done any fighting. Now, here's the thing. I have a question. Am I allowed to use kung fu?
No kicks.
Yeah, I can't. Can I fly in the air? Can I fly through the air? Just boxing?
If it's doable. If it's doable.
You see what I'm doing right now? I'm
He's
stalling.
He's stalling.
I'm
He's stalling.
I'm stalling.
Let's go.
Don't hit my face. I'm
Keep it clean. Okay, good. Oh, yeah. Don't forget. Nice.
Keep your eyes open.
Good, good. Okay, that's good cross. Let the hand go. That was a good one, too. Give me some feints. Give me some feints. Nice. There we go.
My glove. Hold on. My tag. What?
Hold on, we're taking those back. Come on, bro.
Oh, you were?
You're only 60
I'll buy him. I'll buy him.
With the body. There we go. That was a good body. Nice move. There we go. Good movement. Good body. Nice. Give me that overhand. Oh, there we go.
Sorry. I know. I love that you're taking these.
Get out the corner. Nice. There we go. Come on, give me something, Joseph. For the judges. Give me something for the judges. Oh, yo, break it up. All right, it's done. Dude, you're embarrassing me out there, dude.
You know what I'm feeling it. We did the stairs.
That happens
under
with a
the
pro.
feeling, all right? Those double
Where a
steps.
pro takes it easy on you. Woo! All right, well, thanks for your coaching, Belal. Coach
You
Muhammad.
listened really well. You listened really good.
That's
You threw the
right.
overhand when I asked. You went to the body when I asked.
I'm an actor. I can be directed. Dude, fighting, even that wasn't even fighting. That was Kevin moving around with me. And you're exhausted. That's what I love what this guy does. Whenever I meet fighters, I know I have an idea of what they go through. Because I did enough of it, not to know what he went through, but I did enough of it so somebody gave me a flashlight in that dark room and I was able to look around, and it's a horror show. You want to be good, you got to kill yourself every day, right?
You're not lying.
Yeah.
And respect for you for even doing it. A lot of guys are afraid to even try.
Well,
So.
I was in good hands. Come on,
All right, brother.
come on.
Appreciate you, bro.
We're gonna go eat a Palestinian breakfast now. Get
Put all the
down
cars
and
back
talk.
on.
Yeah, I gotta get rid of these squares. Damn! I heard there was a fight. Was there just a fight over here? Get a little situation, huh? You gotta move around, man, like a cobra, dude. Listen, I was, you know, Belal Muhammad, the UFC fighter. We trained today, dude. I was hitting mitts, and then he got a little, you know, he tagged me a couple times. I was like, bro, don't get froggy, you know? Hey, you know. I don't know. Fighting is so scary. You never know who you're dealing with. You might be dealing with a face biter, you know? I don't care how big the guy is. You know what you do in a fight? In that situation, grab him by the ears and yank him right in and just kiss that motherfucker. I know, but then after that, headbutt the fuck out of him. You make out with a guy, then beat his ass, fucks him up for life. Not hummus, but hummus. If you speak Arabic, you have to say hummus. Marhaba, kif halak, you see.
You got it. You got that. Yeah. I like so many people. You try to tell them like,
Yeah.
what do you mean, huh?
It's in the back of the throat.
Yeah.
Arabic is I always say the Arabic, my mother speaks Arabic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it's a very, very rich language. It's an incredibly layered language. It's one of the oldest languages, right? So it's every bit as complicated as any other language, including Chinese
Yeah.
or whatever. So if you want to learn Arabic, man, pack a lunch. It's going to take you a long time.
Different dialects.
Yeah, different dialects. Are you Palestinian as well?
This is my brother, my older brother.
Oh shit, yeah. What's it like, man? It must be pretty cool to watch your brother
hell
kick
yeah,
ass.
Yeah, exactly, because we used to go to the fights growing up, and it's like always try to get pictures of the, with the fighters and stuff like that. But now it's like my brother is the one everybody wants pictures with. So
Yeah.
it's definitely an amazing experience.
One of the cool things I love seeing is even when we were running stairs in Chicago, was how many Arabic people came up to you.
Yeah.
Like that one guy who kissed you.
Oh, dude.
And I could tell by his accent. I think he was either Lebanese or Palestinian.
Yeah.
Like he sounded like Egyptian, Lebanese, Palestinian. But I don't know. I guess he knew you from the fight.
Yeah.
But he was like, it was like you could feel this sort of bond that he immediately established with you.
Yeah.
Like, and he's speaking to you in Arabic, and you're like, okay. Then he called his friend.
Yeah, that like you said, being fans, knowing how it feels to see somebody that you look up to and things, and like you always wanted a picture with. I'm like, when somebody has that feeling with me, like you never know how long that's gonna be. So I'm like, anytime somebody does that, I'm always gonna give them the time, always give them that energy, because if I'm just like randomly talking to you and then people, fans, hey, let me get this, let me get a picture, let me get this, let me get that. It's like sometimes it's rude, but it's like still a blessing, because like 10 years ago nobody knew who you were, nobody cared about you.
How many autographs, how many pictures did you take in Abu Dhabi?
Yeah, it was literally probably over like 300. It was crazy.
Like, more
Yeah.
than that. I was just at the hotel, probably 300 by itself.
But see what I find very exciting is that the MMA and the UFC is a global sport.
Yeah.
And now you have people from the Middle East. You have athletes who didn't otherwise have the resources. So a lot of countries in the Middle East, especially people from Palestine or from wherever it was, or Iraq, because of war and because of things, didn't have any resources, didn't have time, didn't have coaching, didn't have the benefit of sort of the global embrace.
Yeah.
And that's changing. And it's funny, in 2022, you're one of those faces, man. Think about, we were talking about this last time. It's like Khabib, don't be surprised if a bunch of American fighters who are young convert to Islam and show up with a chin strap beard, bro. I'm telling you, it's like anything else. It's like, bro, that shit works,
Yeah.
And so it's very interesting to see that you're in a lot of ways you're a bit of a trailblazer, whether you know it or not. You're and I hate putting that on you.
No.
But
Yeah.
it is a thing.
Yeah.
It is a thing, right?
You start to see it now, especially with like these younger guys coming up. Like you said, from Afghanistan, from Iraq, getting into the UFC. Those two brothers, Javid Bashir, and then Amir Al-Bazi.
Killers.
Monsters. And you meet them in person, you're like, bro, these guys are like the nicest guys. And they're telling me like, oh, I look up to you, this. I'm like, and I'm looking at them like I'm a fan because like they're so good.
Yep.
But then they say, oh, you're leading the way for us. We're following you. And I'm like, bro, that's amazing that these guys who are already killers are telling me that. And like, you just don't think about that type of thing when I'm just like, I'm from Chicago. I don't think that these guys from London, Afghanistan, Iraq are looking up to me and thinking that, oh, I want to be like him, or I want to learn from him and follow his footsteps. So it's like, it's a blessing.
It's a beautiful thing because, and I was thinking about this too. When Roger Bannister broke the 4-minute mile, nobody thought it was possible. It was considered impossible. It was considered a physical, it was considered impossible for a human being to run a mile under 4 minutes. He did it. That same year, I think 5 people did it.
Yeah.
Once they could conceive of it, they were able to do it. And so, whether you know it or not, you're just training. You're just showing up trying to win, which I said to you before is like more than a full-time job.
Yeah.
But, your example is creating possibilities in the minds of a lot of young people who didn't have a voice, who didn't have an opportunity. And they're like, if that dude can do it, if that dude came out of the projects of Chicago, south side of Chicago, and he was his parents refugees or whatever, so can I.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah, it's amazing. And like when I first started this, and it was like I said, I never did martial arts when I was coming up younger. I didn't think I was gonna be like a fighter or an athlete. When I was coming up, I was like, I'm gonna be in the NBA. But I didn't grow.
He's too short.
I didn't grow past
Bro,
my
you should have. I would have been like, bro, hey, no, we're getting into fighting.
Literally, when I went to high school, it was like my brother, everybody, like my older brother, they were there, and I was like, I'm gonna go try out for the basketball team. And I went to go try out for the basketball team, but I was like 120 pounds, and they were like, you're not black, you're not 6 foot, you're not gonna play. And I was like, dude, I'm gonna play. I'm a beast. And then they like dragged me to like the wrestling room with them.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and that's how I got into wrestling.
Oh,
and I was
damn.
like, all right, well, whatever. I'll do that. And it like changed your life because when you think back to those little stories and those, man, like who would have thought high school wrestling would have got me here?
Right.
And then when I finished high school, I was like, didn't think about sports. I was like going to college to be a lawyer, and I was at University of Urbana-Champaign, and I just look in a newspaper, and I randomly just see my old high school wrestling coach in a newspaper fighting for Strikeforce, and I just reached out to him through Facebook. So it's like not one of those things where I had a plan or a goal to be a fighter or anything like that. I just reached out to him. He's like, hey, stop by the gym. So I stopped by the gym, and it ended up being like very close to my house. So whenever I'll come home on the weekends from school, I'll go to the gym, train, and I'm pretty good at it. So I'm like, let me get an amateur fight. So you win an amateur fight, and it's like, there's no other feeling in the world like winning a fight. Yeah. So then you're coming up, and then locally it's like hard to find fights. And I was literally going to be done fighting. And then I meet this guy. He said, hey, stop by the gym. I got this other local company that'll get you fights easily all the time. So we find this like local company. He puts me in touch with them, and then I get fights through them, and you start getting regular fights, every month. And you're like, all right, well, I'm starting to become pretty good. You keep winning, and you're like, well, I'll just do this until I lose. And then I don't lose until I get to the UFC. And then from there on, we're here.
Again, people don't realize, like, you started fighting at 23. That's insanity. Again, if I had seen you, if I had met you, and you were like, I never wrestled before, I played basketball, and I'm going to start fighting, I would have been like, please go back to law school. You got to go back to law school immediately. And then that's what I find so amazing about you is that you're 34 years old now. You fought all comers. They throw you beasts. They do you no favors.
Yeah.
It's like they want you out of the division or something. Bro, and then you just keep, showing up. And you started when you were 23. That is such a deficit. But now you're in Khabib's camp. Enjoy that, motherfuckers. Because what I like about the fact that you're with guys like Khabib and Islam is that nobody is giving you looks wrestling-wise, clinch-wise that you haven't seen. Like, if you can survive that shit, bring it. Bring your folk wrestling. Bring your American wrestling my way anytime, right?
I tell these guys, I'm like, they're different. They go, what's so different? I'm like, bro, they just have a different feel to them. And even they're guys on the team that people don't even know. There's like 20-year-olds probably that are still like 5-0, 6-0, and they're killing me. I'm like, who the heck is this guy right here? It's like shooting down my ego. And I'm like, all right, I just got to keep going. I get it. But I'm a guy that's like, if I get beat up by somebody at practice, I'm not going to shy away from the next day. I want to go back to that guy. Yo, you got me with this yesterday. Let me see if it works today. Because if I'm getting, I went with Khabib one time, and we went for like 20 minutes, and like, he killed me. And then Javier Mendez, their coach, tells me, he's like, he does that to everybody. But you got to tell yourself, if the next time I go with him, he works 1% harder, that means you're getting better. If he works, he's not going to work 10 or 20% harder. He's going to work 1% harder next time.
He's still wrecking shop right now.
Literally. I tell people, because to me, he's the Michael Jordan of MMA. He's the GOAT to me. And I'm like, I get to work with Michael Jordan in his prime. It's not like he retired because he was getting beat up or he was injured or anything. He retired for a reason. He's still the best to do it right now. He's still the best in the practice room, still an amazing athlete, and he's just bigger now. He doesn't have to cut weight, he doesn't have to diet, but he's still got all that greatness inside him. So I'm working with the Michael Jordan of MMA in his prime. If LeBron James could do that with Michael Jordan in his prime, like, he would probably want to go back in time to do that.
So he's getting in the ring with you.
Yeah.
And he's wrestling with you.
Yeah.
Like, are you sparring, or you guys are just, he's not striking, he's just putting a grind on you.
Yeah. I wish he would just strike me because I don't want to, like, his grappling.
Give me a break. Like,
Yeah.
Like, at least punch me in the face and
Yeah, at least
wearing me like a sweater.
At least I can do something in striking. Like in the grappling, I could not do anything. Like he's sitting there having a conversation with, brother, give me a Starbucks, as he's like getting me in a Kimura, and I'm like, bro, bro, I don't know whether to be mad or embarrassed.
Have a friend that you can touch and just jump on his back.
My coach, Lewis Taylor, is like outside of the cage, and he's like, it's like watching your baby drown, and I can't swim because I don't know how to help you.
But you were telling me that he won't. It's not like he breaks down the technique.
Oh yeah.
Islam will do that for you, but not him.
Yeah. Like Islam's the nicest guy in the world, and he's like such a genius for everything. But like, if I ask him a question, he'll break it down for me.
Yeah.
Habib, he's like, nah, brother, you just have to do it. I'm like, how do I get out of this? Brother, just keep doing it. Just keep working. And I was like, I'm trying to work, but like he's mounting me, and he's like, get up. And I'm like, bro, I'm trying to. He's like,
so they don't go over moves.
No, it's like you learn in the process of of it. Like you learn the hard way. And
But I want to know I want to know how you do a 2-on-1. I want to know where you put your head. I want to know where you put your weight, right?
Yeah, I mean, like I get a lot of that here in Chicago, but over there it's like I put it into action. And then for me, I've trained with them before in Vegas and in California before. So like when I knew I was gonna go down there for 5 weeks, I told everybody here like I need to get in the best shape possible. So we were doing a camp for that camp. So like I had to get in camp just to be in camp for these guys.
Just to be in the Dagestani camp.
Literally, I was like, if you go out there out of shape, like you're gonna get hurt. You're not gonna come back the next day. Like, you have all those guys whenever they're in America that they'll want to go train with them, and they're like, oh, I train with Habib. Let me get a selfie. Look, I'm training with Habib, and they won't show up ever again. They'll come that one day because that's how hard they train. Like
too much.
I don't care how good you are. Like once you train with them once, it's different, and it's a different feel. So like, if you have an ego, if you need to be like babied, going one time with them, it's going to break you down mentally and physically because you're going to be tired, and then you're going to tell yourself, like, I'm number 5 in the world. How is this guy that I don't even know or people don't even know beating me up, taking me down, tapping me out? Like, Islam's tapping me out. I'm like, bro, you're a lightweight. How are you so strong? But for me, I was like, it only makes me better. It only makes me stronger. I was like, I want to learn more from you. Like, do it again to me, please. And I'm not going to shy away from it. And I feel like that's the difference between me and a lot of other fighters because a lot of guys will be like, I was already on an 8-fight winning streak. I'm number 5 in the world. Why did I have to go find a new camp, train with these guys for? I didn't need to. Like, I was doing everything right here. I have great training partners here. But I wanted to get into that uncomfortable zone of being in a country that's a different time zone than my family here. I can't talk to them. I can't go to the regular grocery store, pick up my normal supplements. I can't eat my normal food that I'm so used to here. Like, going over there, being there for 5 weeks with those guys.
What do they eat? Are they very strict with their diet? What is the routine? Do they stop to pray?
Yeah, well, after every practice, you're training in the morning, and then right after practice, we're all praying together. So there's the afternoon prayer. So our morning practice was at 10 a.m. and then the mosque is right outside the gym. So like we're all going there together and praying. That was the beautiful thing about it, is because like I said, over here, I have beautiful teammates, but like. We're brothers, but it's like he's Christian. So like when I'm praying, he's gonna watch me pray, but he's not gonna pray with me. So me with those guys, we're all doing the same thing at the exact same time. So it just builds a bigger bond. And we're driving in the cars together. Then we're going straight to lunch, and their lunch was epic. Like literally, it was we had like probably like 10 different types of dishes.
Dagestani food, or
there was Dagestani food. There was American food. It was like they had a separate chef for each meal.
Damn.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That's when you hit the big time. That's all on Khabib's dollar.
Yeah, literally. Habib, I was like, what he did for us was amazing. Like, it was literally this, and this. And we had it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
You're all sucking a lot of weight, right? So
that was the thing, because we were there 5 weeks, and then they had a whole big dessert table. But his entourage has like 20 people in there. So like there's guys in there that aren't fighting. So those guys are maxing. They're eating out. And then for me, it's like I'm trying to eat it in like a little bowl, trying to be smart with my diet. But like they would have anything you wanted. Like, hey, could you make more salmon? So the next day, there would be a big bin of just straight up salmon or lobster or anything you wanted. Anything you wanted was at your hand.
First class shit.
It was, like I said, it was sick. Habib spent over $1 million on that camp.
Damn.
Yeah.
He's got some cash.
It was crazy, yeah.
He's royalty now.
That's what I said. He's like, he doesn't have to do that, but he wants to do it for us to achieve our dreams. That's what you love about him so much.
Well,
and he asks for nothing in return.
I found it so moving when Islam won and Khabib came out and grabbed him like that. To me, man, I got choked up.
Literally.
Because it was like 22 years, dude. And then he said, this is for my father and for Khabib. I was like, it was such a beautiful thing. Like, there's something so beautiful about, like, watching a piece of steel get carved and honed to that degree. Like, it's like, it almost shames you it does two things to me. Like, it shames me. I go, I got to work harder in whatever I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I got to be better as a person. Right? Because, and then at the same time, it inspires the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Like, you see it and you're just like, there's nothing more beautiful than that. There's nothing more beautiful than seeing somebody like that who puts that much work into it. It was like the same thing with Leon Edwards. Like when he won, he came from nothing. He's like, look at me now. Look at me now. That shit is like, I don't know, man. I mean, it's such a beautiful thing. It's such a huge thing.
Yeah, it was amazing to see it. And like you said, even with Habib, for him wanting it for you as bad as you want it for yourself. Like, you have those guys that are those teammates and stuff that won't, like, they want to see you win, but whether you win or lose, like they don't really care. Like for him to want it for his brother as much.
What did he say to you when you won?
He was just like the whole lead up. He's like, these people are all here for you right now. This whole crowd is here for you. You have to do it for them. And I'm telling you right now, you're gonna go put on a show tonight because you worked harder than you ever did before. So I know you put the work in. So don't put that pressure on yourself because you had that stress and that thing like, oh, the winning or losing. Like it's in God's hands. Like you did everything you need to do, but now whatever God's plan is, it's what's best for you anyway. So you just have to accept it. And being religious and seeing their mindset with that, it just makes you accept the result no matter what. And it just makes you, whether you win for a reason or you lose for a reason, it meant to happen. So there shouldn't be any extra stress or any of those negative thoughts. It's like, why did I lose? Why did God do this to me? I worked so hard for this. What the heck happened? But it's like, it all happened for a reason. I got knocked out before, and I was like, that day was like the worst day ever. And I'm telling myself, like, you don't want to see nobody. You don't want to look at nobody. You go to the grocery store, you think everybody's talking about you, and you're like, why did God put me in this situation? But now that I think back about it, it made me where I am today. And now that I'm on top of the world right now, now that I'm on this huge winning streak, I'm right there at the edge. I look back and I'm like, all those downs made these ups that much better.
I love hearing that, man. I love hearing that stuff. I've always envied people that have faith because, and I have faith, but I'm saying, like, as an athlete, I know a lot of athletes that work with a sports psychologist, okay? And they'll go for a walk with the sports psychologist and they pay them a lot of money to help them get out of their own head.
Yeah.
If you've got something else, if you're fighting for a larger cause, you don't necessarily need that. You just go, you have faith and you give it up. And so there's so much to, as I get older, I'm 55. I know I look young. I know. I'll give you a second. I know my skin is tight. Where's my camera? I got tight skin. But anyway, let's get back to what I was talking about. But like, as I get older, my faith gets stronger because I feel like everything that the sort of religion tells you, and most of it, let's be honest, is don't do the things that you like to do.
Yeah.
It's like, it's one big no. But if you want to be the best you can be, that's probably the best thing you can do in a lot of ways. Embrace that, or at least embrace the rules that come with it.
Yeah.
And then you don't have to think about things. And then ultimately realize that you're fighting for something bigger than yourself.
Yeah.
It's all up there. It's not, you just have to show up.
Exactly. And I think just being Muslim is like, we pray 5 times a day. And that just adds in a different discipline to you with everything else. It's like, I know I'm praying 5 times a day. When you see people, oh, you need to do yoga, you need to talk to a therapist, anything, like, I'm having that meditation 5 times a day already. So it's already ingrained in me. And
think about that.
When you're praying, you're talking to God. So like, you don't need to talk to a therapist when you're talking to the Creator 5 times a day, no matter what. You're telling them your issues, you're telling them your problems, your thoughts, and then it all comes out of you. So it clears your head already, clears your stress, your doubt, because you know that no matter what, He got you.
I mean, Islam even has, everybody knows into intermittent fasting. Do Ramadan, bro. Do Ramadan.
Yeah.
Like, you'll do it for a month. That's going to clean your body out. There's a lot of things like that.
You start seeing it now, where now beforehand it was like, oh, fasting is bad for you. Fasting. Now it's fasting is great for you. And it's all coming back to Islam, man. We got to get everybody back on his religion. We had the right way.
But I just think it's a beautiful thing that someone like yourself is getting his day in the sun. And you're an example for a lot of people that have been marginalized, a lot of people that are disenfranchised, a lot of people that don't think they have a voice, a lot of people that aren't heard. And one of the things for young men is, if young men don't have a productive place to express themselves and to be heard and to feel significant and important, they'll do some bad shit. And I don't give a shit who you are. But that goes for the projects in Chicago, that goes for wherever it might be, a village in Africa, wherever it is. If you don't feel heard and you have no opportunities, you're going to pick up a gun, and that's how you find significance. And there's a positive way to be significant, and there's a negative way to be significant. And you're an example of essentially doing what's almost impossible. Your ranking is number 5.
Number 4 right now.
Number 4?
No big deal.
Oh, sorry, bro. Dude, I wish I'd said number 8. I wish I'd said number 8. Just above.